Seven's big league cameras at Victoria Park for the big one between Collingwood and the Swans. Umpire Mark Westgar puts the ball down to start the game. Barry Rounds won the toss. Swans kicking to the Yarra Falls end. Gary Baker, I should say, up at full forward. And with me in the commentary box today is Peter McKenna. Peter, your old home ground.
Yes, lovely to be back at Victoria Park. Of course, you always get a bit of a buzz when you see the Magpies playing. There's big Wes Fellows knocking it out towards centre half forward or charging through. That looked like Mark Witzel. No free kick, said the umpire, and the bounce will take place on the Swans half-back flank position. Number 2 there for Collingwood is John Annear. Barry Round to do the ruck work against David Cloak. No decisive hit out. Trying to get it away is Mark Williams. That was held to him, and once again a bounce will take place. Right towards the half-forward line for Collingwood. Cloak knocks it out wide. He's looking out there for Dacos. Dacos cleverly gets it out. All thrown away there by Hounsell, but wasn't grabbed. If he had have been, it might have been holding the ball. Hand pass comes back towards Dacos. Now that could be a free kick. It is, said the umpire, and will go to Colin Hounsell on half-back flank. Now Hounsell with the socks down. He'll be easy to pick up today. He kicks towards the centre of the ground. The high flyers are there. Cruz got into the back of his opponent. Away they come with the ball, the Swans. A long kick. That's from Ian Roberts down towards half forward. No mark. In goes little McBroom. Grabbed by Browning over to McBroom. He ducks back after. Tries to get the hand pass in. Back wide. Looking out there for Tony Morwood. He's got it. Hand pass out wide. Comes to Bernie Evans. Evans onto the right foot. Hooks it back at the goals. And offline and out of bounds on the fall.
Craig Stewart take the penalty kick right at the behind post. Only a smattering of Swan supporters here this afternoon. Very disappointing. Collingwood desperate to get back in that 5 on the eve of the finals. Hanbury gets the hand pass across to Fellows. Back to Hanbury on the left foot. His kick intercepted by Francis Jackson. Hope gets the ball, gets a hand pass across to Billy Picken. The hand pass on, he was looking for Annear. The tap-on's there. Annear runs straight into Sutton. No one to hand pass it to. And John Annear puts his hand to his head. He has a perfect opportunity to bring up the Magpies' first goal. We've been playing just over 3 minutes in this opening quarter. He's kicking towards the Sherrin stand. The breeze, as we said, straight across the ground from right to left. Annear comes in. The kick straight through the middle. Goal to the Magpies. First score on the board.
Yes, a lovely kick at goal there by John Annear. Straight through the centre, as you said, Steve. Plenty of power in that kick, but a very poor tackle. That was on John Annear by Daryl Sutton. And the player goes in as hard as John Annear. You can't just charge in and dive into his back. You've got to stand off and grab him by the jumper, and that's exactly what Daryl Sutton didn't do on that occasion. But a very handy goal. I suppose the breeze, even though it's a northerly, is slightly favouring the end which the Swans are kicking to. Barry Round against Wes Fellows. Oh, Fellows, a lovely hit out. It's in the centre of the ground. Hurry kick out of the pack there was by Hanbury. It's grabbed there by Dennis Carroll. He gets a hand pass in, punched away by Hanbury again. Up towards half forward. Daryl Sutton comes through very, very hard. It's grabbed there by Tony Beers. Onto the left foot. It's up towards the forward line. Punched away towards full forward. Tony Russell grabbed as the ball came loose, and was that holding the man to Tony Russell? It was, said the umpire, and it will be a free kick to Russell, 15 metres out on a very, very slight angle. And great to see that Collingwood have at last decided to play Tony Russell in the seniors. I think he is the player that has not had a real decent go in the senior side over the years. He stabs at that one and puts it straight through the centre for the second goal of the match to the Magpies. That's 2 goals in 5 minutes, and the Swans are yet to score.
He's kicked 40-odd goals in the Army Reserve Cup competition, and Magpie fans seeing their team get away to a great start. Not only do Collingwood have to win today, they have to win very well, because they trail Carlton by a game and percentage, and this percentage could be a very big factor in the final makeup of the 5. We're back in the centre of the ground. Fellows against Round. 2 giants. Fellows gets the tap this time. Evans, hand pass across to Browning. Browning's too slow, tapped away. Williams goes in hard, gets the ball, comes out, pushed to the ground. Peter Cameron will come in. Now bit of a nudge there, and he's paid the free kick against Billy Picken. It's gone to Max Cruz. He indicated elbowing and nudging Max Cruz. The drop punt, high, looking for Gary Baker. Lovely mark taken down there, right in defence by Fellows. Over to Allen on the left foot. The former Fitzroy defender gets it out towards Ray Byrne. Ray playing his 200th game today. Great seasons with Collingwood and Carlton. And the umpire says there'll be a throw-in, which is...
It was touched off the boot, Steve, and the field umpire, Peter Cameron, signalled that to the boundary umpire. Good umpiring as Barry Round grabs it out of the ruck, hooks it back. Good play by Round, looking for Tony Morwood. Out came David Toomey, close to the boundary line. It beats him over the line and out of bounds. 2 goals straight, the Magpies. The Swans, at this stage, yet to score.
You feel this will be a pretty close game today, don't you, Peter?
Well, before the game I did. I think with the dry ground, I still think it could be a fairly close game. Michael Richardson was grabbed when he didn't have it. Then a hurry kick comes out of the back line by Graham Allen up towards centre wing. All the Swans going through hard there. Hand pass comes out to Francis Jackson. Here they come, the Swans. Left foot down towards full forward. Playing in front was Toomey, and a very, very good mark, and that's not good forward play by the Swans. They must get in front. A lovely pass finds Dacos. Great play, David Toomey. A long hand pass up to Greg Phillips. Over the back. There's a beautiful long hand pass again to Tony Shaw. 35 metres out from goal. He fires at the goals, Tony Shaw. Beautiful football by Collingwood from the back line. And that's the 3rd on the board. 3 goals straight. Collingwood leading the Swans, yet to score.
Peter Cameron back in the middle. Where's Fellows against Round? Line ball, that one. Down. Anir gets the kick out towards Ray Byrne. As I said, playing his 200th game. Gets the hand pass back to his skipper. Back to Ray Byrne. Very handy play indeed. Collingwood back in attack. Cloak over the back, flies far too early, nudges out his opponent. And the free kick will go to the Swans, to Francis Jackson. No, he passes it across to Darryl Sutton. Sutton on the left foot. Straight down the middle of the ground. Looking for Barry Round. The big fellows jostled out on that occasion. Ball punched away. There'll be a free kick, a second free kick going to Max Cruz in a matter of moments. A punch in the stomach, a little bit of whacking going on here. Bill Picken goes back in, but the Swans are back into attack. Evans lines up, could have been the Swans' first score. It fades over the boundary line on the full.
Very poor kick from Bernie Evans. He should have centred that ball on the left foot and hooked it back towards full forward. When in doubt, Steve, there's the kick from Toomey towards half-back, Round in front. Oh, good play, Wes Fellows, knocks it away. Little McBroom, hand pass to Browning. Browning gets back onto the left foot. Beautiful smother there by Mark Williams. Great play by the Collingwood skipper. Up towards centre-half forward. Phillips is obviously playing at centre-half forward. The hand pass comes to Witzel. Witzel on half-back flank. Behind the play there, Darryl Sutton is in trouble. Out comes Tony Morwood and also Anthony Danaher. Brilliantly taken away by Ray Byrne. He goes towards Fellows. Waiting over the back is the captain, Mark Williams. Over to Picken. Picken to Graham Allen. He's caught red hot, holding the ball, and a free kick for the Swans on centre wing.
He has lost a yard since the days of Fitzroy Allen. Ball out towards the half-forward flank. Plenty of opportunities now for the Swans. Roberts, right through. That's the first for the Swans. Collingwood, 3 goals straight, 18 points. Lead the Swans 1 goal straight. We've been playing 9 minutes into a pretty action-packed first quarter here at Victoria Park.
Well, a couple of very interesting moves. The most important, of course, as far as Collingwood is concerned, is the fact that Greg Phillips is playing up at centre-half forward. Picken is at centre-half back. And, of course, Craig Stewart is at full-back, which I think Craig Stewart is a much better player in defence.
Back in the centre, big punch there to Fellows. Dropping the ball, perhaps no, says the umpire. Smith gets his head pulled off and will take the free kick.
Yes, I think you'll get a surprise today, Steve. I know you think Collingwood will win this easily. I think the Swans will push them right out. I think with the ground very, very dry, the Swans are a very quick side and not over-endowed with height, and that's their big problem. But on the dry grounds, I think you can run the ball a bit. Here's Round from Smith. Back it comes to Ackley. Ackley, always a great player, looking for Gary Baker. He's bundled out of the way, and that was a tremendous mark taken down there by Craig Stewart. He gets it out wide. He's looking there for Dacos, who's a long way from the centre of the ground. He gets a hand pass into Taylor. Taylor to Fellows. Fellows will go over the top to Hanbury. Hanbury will be caught by Round. He gets away. Now, that's holding the ball because he dropped it, bounced the ball away. Round. It gets it across to Roberts. Roberts onto the left foot has gone wide. He's looking for Cruz. Waiting there and taking a very easy mark is Bertie Evans, 40 metres out from goal. Now, Evans, normally a very good kick of the football. He must kick a slightly left to right. Let's see what he does with this one. The drop punt. Oh, boy. It might sneak in. Was that touched? Yes, it was by Craig Stewart right on the line. and through for one behind. So the Swans move on to 1-1. Collingwood 3 goals straight.
Craig Stewart looking to kick it almost straight down the ground, perhaps favouring the members' side of the ground. Wes Fellows taking his second good mark, gets a hand pass out to Anir. He's in a bit of trouble, gets it back to Shaw. Shaw's kick, not a good kick, it over the boundary line on the full wing position. His kicking does let him down, but he's such a little terrier, but he's great value. Dennis Carroll, who was a lovely kick of the football, puts it in towards centre half forward. Bit of pushing and shoving there, and Fellows already making his mark in the ruck and around the ground, gets it across to Ray Byrne. Byrne's kick down towards Phillips, and near in there again. Long hand pass. He's out looking for Walsh. Walsh one bounce, the dasher. The hand pass across to Beers. The hand pass is on over to Richardson. He sees it. Not a good hand pass. Dacos lines up. Collingwood's fourth. Great play. And the Magpies.
Back to the first quarter, and at the 15-minute mark, it's the Magpies leading by 19 points.
Touches the ball away. Here's a chance for the Swans. Grabbed there by Ian Roberts. A long hand pass over to Max Cruz. Beautiful hand pass. Anthony Danaher too slow to get back. Now he's got it. Gets a hand pass out wide to Cruz. Now will it bounce for him? He ducks back onto the right foot. Hand pass over to Hansel. Now Hansel will just trot into the open goal. A hand pass over the top. Oh, Baker nearly missed it. Gets his boot the ball and puts it through. Luck's a fortune.
Oh. Jerry Baker did that hard. Big Mushy back in the senior side after an outstanding performance, best on the ground performance in the Army Reserve Cup match last Sunday on 7, and gets his first goal on the board. And the scores are Collingwood 4-2-26, the Swans 2-1-13. 26 plays 13, the ball back in the centre with umpire Peter Cameron. 16 minutes into this first quarter here at Victoria Park. The Magpies not having it all their own way. Wes Fellows is, however, he's playing a great game. Swans back towards centre half forward. Bernie Evans gets the tap. The free kick will go to Billy Picken. He and Max Cruz have had their own little tussle. Gets the hand pass away over to Toomey. Long pass around the half forward flank looking for Mark Williams. Can't quite grab it. Browning across to Ackley. Magpies out here, Allen and Taylor against little Bernie Evans. It's going to be Allen who gets the ball on the left foot. He can look for Hanbury, the outstanding player so far in this first quarter, I believe, and he's tackled out there. Pushes Smith away. Looks for Shaw. Magpies right into attack again. Phillips underneath it, can't mark the ball. He's pushed to the ground, grabs Browning around the ankle, and Browning plays on straight away. Oh, smother. And the free kick there at centre half forward sees the Magpies up into attack. Tony Shaw has the opportunity.
That was disgraceful play by Browning. The hand pass to Ian Roberts, surrounded by 3 Collingwood players. And why Browning, who can kick the ball 60 metres, didn't kick it, has got me beaten.
Tony Shaw lining up for his second goal. The Magpies 5th. Straight through. 5 goals to Collingwood, 32, leading the Swans 2-1-13.
Terrific quarter by the Magpies. They are playing particularly well, and they're backing up well. They're going in hard for the ball. And the Swans, even at this stage, to my mind, are overdoing the handball. They've got some players there who can kick the ball a country mile, but they just refuse to kick the ball, and that resulted in a very easy goal to Collingwood, because Ian Roberts, as I said, was surrounded by 3 Collingwood players when he received the hand pass, and no other wonder the ball was smothered. There's Wes Fellows is beating round pointlessly at the centre bounces, grabbed by Hanbury, who, as Stephen said, is playing well. Greg Smith goes in after it, gets it in the centre, shovels it out under his legs, and a throw sent up by Mark Westgarth, and rightly so, a free kick to Collingwood in the centre of the ground. Now this free kick will be taken by Philip Walsh. He goes straight up the centre. Oh, lovely kick, a 60-metre drop punt. Cloak goes back. Out comes Tony Russell. Taken away brilliantly by Peter Dacos. Onto the left foot, he fires at the goals, and that was brilliant play by Peter Dacos. A goal to the Magpies, and that's their 6th. 6 goals to 38 to the Swans, 2-1-13.
Peter, you've played out here enough times. Just how many goals is that cheer squad worth down there at the Sherrin stand end?
Well, it's worth 3 goals, I would say, Steve, but I think the fact that the whole crowd today, bar a couple of hundred, probably would be Collingwood supporters, and that was absolutely magic play by Peter Dacos to kick that goal.
Mark Westgarth puts it down, Fellows doing it easy. Puts it up towards the half-forward flank. He's looking for David Cloak. Cloak takes the mark. Beautiful mark to David Cloak. 35 metres out from goal. Chance for Collingwood's 7th goal. Not one of the great kicks of the football, David Cloak. Can kick it a mile, but the direction can be something of a problem. The kick. The crowd love it. Goal umpire says goal number 7 for Collingwood. Collingwood 7-2. Lead the Swans 2-1 as we approach the 20-minute mark of the first quarter. And Peter, I must say that Wes Fellows is absolutely giving a Brownlow medalist Barry Round a bath.
I think that's the big difference in the game at the moment. The way Fellows is playing, he's already taken 4 marks. He's got every hit out, I would say, almost in the centre of the ground. And let's see. Oh, there's another one. A 30-metre punch over to Walsh. Walsh has gone short to Phillips. Phillips has got the loose man. Oh, good play, Phillips, because he was covered. Now he goes short. Plays on. And don't tell me he'll kick this one. He fires at the goals. It's swinging back. Not enough. 1 point.
That was funny. He dropped the ball then. I don't think he did it intentionally. And he's away like a shot. Daryl Sutton, who kicked 6 goals against Melbourne a few weeks ago, is at full back. Gets the kick out. Beautiful mark to Walsh. Superb mark. Very impressive player. Walsh. Good kick this. He's a magnificent kick of the football. An opportunity for goal number 8 for the Magpies. He lines up on the left foot. Dead straight. Goal. Beautiful goal. Lovely mark. And Collingwood, 8-3, 51, are running away from the Swans, 2-1, 13. Yes, 58 points the difference. We're 14 minutes into the third quarter. Craig Stewart having a pretty easy afternoon. The number of times he's been one out on the back line. Ball on the ground. Williams bustling his way through. Plenty of Swans there. Smith comes out. He's held. Keeps going. Morris Boyce gets a hand pass across to Cruz. He juggles. Falls over. Great play by Graham Allen. Gets the ball out to Williams. Plenty of Collingwood players here out to Walsh. 1 bounce. And no one home. Mark Browning takes the mark. Plays on straight away to McBroom. Little McBroom finds a teammate in Danaher. Hand pass back towards Smith, overruns the ball, has it taken away from him. Round gets it going, back to McBroom. The hand pass back to Boyce. He'll kick it. Looking for Baker, and Baker takes the mark and is paid. He's kicked 2 goals, Gary Baker. He's in the side just for his marking. Lost plenty of pace.
Gary Baker, 25 metres out, stabs at that one, keeps it low. That's the way to kick a ball into the breeze, and he's put that one straight through the centre for his 3rd. A good effort by the big bloke. The Swans move on to 9 goals, 8.
He's always had very good hands, Peter. A few years ago when he was a Brownlow medal prospect with Melbourne, one of the favourites for the Brownlow, he was one of the leading marks in league football.
9-8 is... Steve, the Swans, Collingwood on 18 goals, 6, so that just makes that score a little bit more respectable. 16 minutes gone in this third quarter. Centre of the ground, Browning gets the hand pass in, the Round doing the roving, out to Witzel. Witzel, the running player on the left foot, kicks it wide. Michael Taylor, now that could be a free kick down the field. It is said, well, both umpires are onto that one, and it's a free kick going to Daryl Sutton, who, as I said, has just come back on the ground. A mammoth task facing the Swans to get back into this game. Sutton a long way out from goal. It's gone for the torpedo punt. It's a nice kick up towards the goal square. Tony Danaher flew, couldn't take it though. Graham Allen comes out of defence on, has a bounce this time. I was about to say on the right foot, eventually kicks on the left, up towards centre wing. Up goes Greg Phillips, can't take the mark. Dennis Carroll roved beautifully. A hand pass over the top to Greg Smith. He tries to get away with the ball. Some lovely shepherding work going on by young McBroom, and a beautiful pass by Greg Smith finds Tony Danaher about 35 to 40 metres out from goal on a very slight angle. He's already kicked 1 goal, Tony Danaher. As he takes this kick with Mark Williams on the mark, he will have to kick slightly left to right with the northerly breeze blowing. He kicks that one beautifully. That was a perfect drop punt as he allowed that for the win straight through the centre. 2 goals to Tony Danaher. Good play there by Greg Smith. And double figures as far as goals are concerned for the Swans. They've moved on to 10 goals 8. 68 to Collingwood, 18 goals 6, 114.
Be interesting to see if the Swans come back in as they did in the second quarter. If Collingwood do relax again. They've got a little bit of a run on now. They've kicked a couple of goals. We've got the ball back in the centre. David Cloak is back on the ball for Collingwood. And gets the big thump. Coming through his beers. His kick looks good. Sails goalwards. Hits the post. Gee. Nice piece of play that, out of the ruck by Cloak, down to Beers, and a very nice kick, just fading away at the last moment. And Collingwood, 18-7, Swans, 10-8. Been playing 18 minutes in the third quarter. Wait for Carter to drop punch straight back down the ground. Perfect day for football. Richardson steals the ball off the back of the pack, gets the hand pass out towards Dacos, uses his pace. He's held. And the free kick will go Peter Dacos' way. Too smart.
Should have got the first one for holding the man when he hand passed it away and he was grabbed by the arm. And
well, Dacos has kicked 3 goals. He's had a magnificent third quarter. Lines up. Won't make the distance. The kick falls well short. Is marked down there by Barry Round. Not a good kick by Peter Dacos, that one. Round. Swan skipper. Big kick. Tapped over Hounsell in front. He's held too. No, says the umpire, will throw it in. 33 in your picture, David Cloak. Number 3 is Max Cruz. Punched away by Danaher. Cloak manages to get it to the ground. McBroom gets out the hand pass back to Danaher. Marked down there by Anir. Plays on straight away, looking for Billy Picken. He's in all sorts of trouble there. It's Witzel with the ball. Gets his kick in. Into the sun. Ray Byrne punches it away. Byrne comes out with the ball. Great play, Raymond. The hand pass towards Cloak. Cloak's got all the time in the world. Can't decide whether to kick or punch. Goes out wide looking for Walsh. Walsh just a little bit too far out to score, perhaps. Finds the lead. Tony Shaw there. And Shaw has kicked 2 goals straight and will get the added bonus of a 15-metre penalty for a piece of silly, undisciplined football.
Poor play, Greg Smith, because Tony Shaw is not a long kick of a football and would have had a bit of trouble from where he was, but he'll have no trouble about the distance here. He's already kicked 2 goals. He fires at the goals and he has put that one through for his 3rd. So a very easy goal there, kicked by Collingwood. That's their 19. 19 goals 7 they are, leading the Swans 10 goals 8.
$53 points is the difference. We've been playing 20 minutes in this third quarter here at Victoria Park. Umpire Westgarth with the ball. It's going to be Cloak against Round. Round gets the ball down that time to Dacos. Dacos has the ball taken away from him. It's Browning who gets the kick in. Toomey in the front position, in front of Sutton on this occasion, takes the mark, gets it out wide, looking for Byrne, been a consistent player right through this game. His 200th. Gets the kick back in. Unfortunately, the only man there is big Barry Round, and he can't mark it. Swans go forward looking for Cruz. He also drops the mark. Sun in the player's eyes. Picken goes wide looking for Walsh. Got a paddock there if he can get round one player. Gets the ball over to Phillips. Phillips lines up. Goes goalward straight through Greg Phillips. That's his 3rd. The Magpies 20th, and they move to 27, 127 points. The Swans 10-8, 68, and the margin now is 59 points, and Collingwood going for percentage.
Good play by Greg Phillips. He certainly showing a touch of kicking ability up there. He's kicked a couple of very nice goals up on that forward line. Certainly not used to playing at centre-half forward, but with Picken and Stewart doing well in defence, well, maybe they can afford the luxury of playing Phillips up at centre-half forward. There's the kick coming down to the forward line. Once again, that's Collingwood defence just marking as easy as you like. Very poor forward play by the Swans. Out wide they come to Tony Shaw. Hand pass back to Graham Allen. Allen got a ton of pace on the right foot. He's looking for Phillips again. Francis Jackson caught out of position. Phillips cleverly knocked it away. In went Dennis Carroll. Beautiful play, Dennis Carroll, as he breaks away and kicks towards half-forward Gary Baker. Oh, good play by the big bloke as he got it across to McBroom. McBroom gets it across to Cruz. Cruz, an easy bounce into the open goal. This will be another one. Goal of the Swans, kicked by Max Cruz, and that's his second.